There's football coming up this weekend, as there always is, and it gets started tonight. The big news coming up, or the big news from earlier this week, is coming from Indianapolis, where the Colts have benched Anthony Richardson for Joe Flacco. And one of the things that came out yesterday, the players didn't even find out about it from the coaching staff or the team. They found out about it on social media. At least that's what Michael Pittman Jr. said. Here's Shane Steichen, head coach of the team, meeting with reporters on Wednesday to explain the reasoning behind the decision to sit Anthony Richardson down and give Joe Flacco the football.
Tough decision, but one I felt was in the best interest of our football team. I feel that Joe gives us the best chance to win right now. With that being said, not giving up on Anthony by any means, really not. He's a young player with a ton of talent. And he'll use this time to continue to develop and grow as a professional.
Shane, do you have the final say in who starts at quarterback?
Yes, I do.
Was it your decision?
It was my decision, yes. I'm just looking at where we're at as a football team, sitting at 500 with a lot of football left, and just feel that, Joe gives us the best chance going forward. Obviously, it's a difficult thing, but again, it's my obligation to 53 guys in this organization, to win football games. And right now I'm focused on the present of winning football games, and, we'll get to the future when we have to get to the future.
What input did Jim Irsay have in this decision?
He didn't. Like I said.
Did you meet with him?
Yeah, I had conversations, but ultimately it was my decision.
Is Joe your starting quarterback the rest of the season, or is it?
Right now he is, yes.
So right now he's your quarterback?
He's our quarterback going forward, yes. I think just his experience, you know what I mean? He's been playing a long time, and then when he's had to step in and play this year, he's been really efficient. Going back to last year, he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback, so that's where it's at.
Do you think your locker room is unified in this decision?
I can't speak for our team.
So, we hear this from time to time. Who makes the decision? We went through this with Kevin Stefanski and the Browns before Deshaun Watson was injured. It's my decision. It's my decision. No coach is going to make a decision without telling others in the organization, and no coach is going to go rogue and say, I'm doing this even though no one else wants me to do it, unless it's Mike Tomlin, who admits that he's going Lone Ranger on the decision. So this isn't just Shane Steichen, but it's understandable why he would do it. At some point, you got to win football games, or you're not going to be there next year. He works for, to put it gently, an unpredictable owner. If you don't win, if you continue to stubbornly cling to a quarterback whose performance is all over the place and he's not getting any better, you're not going to be there. We're developing a guy for a payoff that's going to happen once we're fired. So it's a very simple path. To get others on board with it, yeah, we're trying to win games. Oh, and the locker room is full of veteran players who are trying to win games and get to the playoffs. What are we doing here? This isn't remedial football. This is, we're trying to win football games. And Steichen was asked that question because, look, okay, Anthony Richardson, who had 13 starts in college, has 10 starts so far in the NFL. He's learning while playing, and now he's going to be learning while not playing. How does he get better as a player if he's not playing? Here's Steichen's answer to that question.
Yeah, that's a great question. I know I said that, and things change there. So I think right now, sitting back and seeing a veteran that's done it at a high level for a long time, you can develop that way as well, and continue to go through that process and learn.
Shane, do you feel like you need more work ethic commitment from Anthony?
I wouldn't say that. I think he's developing as a pro, and we go from there.
Shane, what role, if any, did the tap out play in this decision?
It didn't. I mean, he knows that he can't do that in that situation. That's part of the growth and the development process that we go through. With any young player, it does take time to develop, and we go through that process week in and week out, and that's where it's at. And this is going to be a great, learning experience for him, just to keep developing in a different way. But yeah, like I said, not giving up on him by any means. I can't predict the future. I really can't. But again, I do. We're not losing faith in him. You know what I mean? And so this will be a time for him to keep developing as a pro, and we'll see where it goes.
Do you think Anthony will start for the franchise again?
I can't predict that, but I'm not losing faith in that. I promise you that.
You got a plan?
I can't predict the future, but I mean, that would be great. We'll see.
Yeah, look, You got a problem if you're the Colts. You're 4-4. Your quarterback isn't developing quickly enough. He might eventually develop into a perennial MVP, but there's only a certain amount of time that you have. Lamar Jackson was MVP his second season in the NFL. You've got to figure it out. The game's got to slow down for you. You have to make good decisions. You have to rise to the occasion. And even if you've got high-end physical skills that appear in flashes, if you can't do it on a consistent basis, or at least a sufficiently consistent basis, marginally consistent basis, we can't let you play. There's only one quarterback position. And when you've tapped out, I was on radio earlier today, and I was reminded of the moment when Matthew Stafford was a rookie with the Lions, and he had some sort of a collarbone injury, and he forced his way back out onto the field to throw the game-winning touchdown pass. It is so antithetical to the quarterback position to tap out that just accelerates this process of saying, we got to go with the guy that we believe is more likely to help the team win, to help the team get to the postseason, because the team is otherwise in position to do it. And this is the play that resulted in Richardson tapping out afterward. And look, I wrestle with this because if you are tired, if you don't think you should be on the field, then you should come out. But it still flies in the face of everything we've come to learn about football, especially quarterback play, and the message it sends to the rest of the team. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.